Hello everybody, I'm Nancy. I'm here to give you a quick tutorial, or actually a complete overview on how to use Ellii. I'm going to start from the very beginning. So Ellii is a great program for adult learners. A lot of you are already using ESL library worksheets. I see it all over campus, and this is district approved curriculum, of course, so you don't have to worry about that. So here, if you want to get more resources, I'm going to teach you how to access it as a library and as an online learning platform for your students. So here's Ellii. Here you go. So actually let me log out just so I can start from the very beginning. So you're going to click log in as a teacher. Then you're not gonna click on any of these buttons, and that's the same with your students. So when your students make an account, please don't have them log in with Google and their SSO. You can still have them use their school email, but have them please use this, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll teach you that as well. So you're gonna put my email, and then you're gonna put in the password, log in. I'm going to go to this front page, and this front page shows you all of the materials. So if you are already using Burlington English, I don't really recommend you make an Ellii classroom because you already have side-by-side and Burlington English. If you add Ellii, it's usually, in my experience, it's overwhelming and it's too much, And remember, in adult education, we always have that issue of one more program, and we don't want Ellii to just be one more program. I do, however, recommend you make a classroom if you don't have Burlington English, because as you know, we have limited amounts of licenses, so some students might be left out, some classes might be left out. Okay, so first let's just check the library. Okay, if you just want to use this as a regular library, I love Ellii as a supplement. For example, if you're going to teach about holidays, because as you know, side-by-side and Burlington English don't have as much materials to do with holidays. But we do have here, I actually have had really good success with, for example, the Halloween lessons. So if we're going to go here, and so these are blog posts. One thing I like doing is sorting by just lessons. It makes it easier for me. So we have Halloween. These are pretty good readers. Young learner activities. I would go ahead and do, let's say, this one. This was like for 1A. I'm gonna click on here. You would click on Open PDF. So Open PDF has all of the materials that you can print. So that way students don't have to log in, they don't have to do anything. But you also have the soundtrack, so if you need it. So for example, you teach them the vocabulary, have students match up, word choice, word search. You can print this out. This one's a little simple in my experience, usually but for example, these questions are always good. I have really good success with these questions. You can actually also sort by level. So there is, for example, an intermediate one. Halloween idioms, that's a fun one. You could do a mini lesson with that. Again, click Open PDF. Halloween idioms. I know there was something, I think I remember there being here. Yeah, cat's out of the bag, scared stiff, witching hour, very fun. So all of these are printables, and that's good. Oh, this one, I actually did this activity once when I taught intermediate high. So you see, we find someone who's afraid of these, right? So, and again, you would obviously like go one by one. What are these, right? So I like those. There's also Day of the Dead, which is very good. This one's a good one too, when I taught level 3. So I like these. I know I've seen teachers here to use, for example, you can teach about anything that really isn't in the curriculum. For example, Barbie, Barbie news stories, Barbie readers, or you can use it to reinforce materials that you already know. So let's go to classroom. Here, let's look at my previous classes that I had back in the day, right? So, I used to teach 1, I used to teach, beginning high, ornamental, intermediate. Okay, so let's go here to my intermediate class. So in my intermediate class, these are the lessons I taught. And you see, I use it a lot as a reinforcement. So, oh, I can't click on it anymore, probably because it's archived. See the Halloween lesson, Day of the Dead, Christmas, right? Thanksgiving, who is taller. But I also did a lot of reinforcement. So I assigned lessons like gerunds. I know my students were struggling a lot with these. The adjective, stories, comparative, and superlative. So it really reinforced the learning to our students. Okay, now let's say you're gonna have a new class. I'm now going to teach you how to use Ellii if you want to use this instead of Burlington English. Okay, so if you only want it as a PDF archive, then that's it. You can click out. But if you want to make a classroom, this is what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to go ahead and click on Create Class. You're going to put the class name. So let's just say you want to make it a level 1A. You're going to click the level, you're going to click the age group and the skills that you're covering. Okay, click Save. Okay, I just made one right now for level 3 for a teacher, Ms. Jackson. Okay, first you're going to invite the students. So students are going to go ahead, they're going to go to ellii.com/students and then 87 and okay. So let's just say I'm a student. That way you can see this from the student side as well. Let's click new window. Okay. Let's do that. Let's go to Ellii. What am I doing? Okay. Go to ellii.com/students, right? That's what you're telling the students to do. You're gonna click on I'm new. You're gonna create an account. Enter your class code 87NQC. Alright, you see the name? Great. My name? Okay, I'm going to put Nancy. Next. I'm going to put my school email, right? So, you remember what that is. Let's do my student email. Let's do one more. Okay. At dace.liusd.net. Okay, so you have them put their student email, password, have them use their student password. Okay. Click next, click I agree, and then join the class. Okay, and then here you can find the materials. So you see you have the lessons. Now let's click on these lessons. Okay, right, and then they start their lessons. So for example here, I listened to a story of amusement park. Okay. Okay, let's see. And then, okay, I read and listen to the story, so I get to
the amusement park. I went to a huge amusement park yesterday.
Click I'm finished when I'm finished. Next task, and then you answer questions about a story. Okay, so that's that question. Look, and then you can actually. Okay. Now let me go ahead and let me go on to the teacher side. Okay, and let me show you what you can do. So let's just say I'm going to do this, describing people functional English. So I added this lesson to the class. Actually, let me try to add the Halloween lesson just as an example. Okay, and again, Ms. Jackson, if you want to take this out, you can go ahead and take it out. This is just a, so I'm going to add this to the class. Select my class. And then I'm going to teaching, save, view class. And so the thing I want to do here is I want to show you that you can actually edit the class. You can put the warm-ups. So if you don't want them, for example, sometimes you don't want them to do the open-ended questions, or you don't want them to do the ones that just say like reference warm-up because it confuses them. You could unclick and then you can update. Okay, you can like update like that. And now it only has that. You could copy and share the link, so you could put it into your Schoology. You can post it in Google Classroom if you have one. Edit the tasks. If you can put a due date, I usually don't put a due date just because they're adult learners, right? Sometimes they'll do it whenever they have time. But you can do that, leave a note. Okay, so now you can, let's go back. I think, do I still have it open as a student? Or not? Maybe I took it off, right? Yeah, I took it off. Okay, so then let's check the tasks. Let's view the tasks. Oh, and then you can also actually here you can see the names of your students. You can see what they've completed, the total time. If you need to grade something, you actually have it here in the grade feed. Sometimes it's optional if you want to take the time to grade it. Let's go ahead, for example, this one. It takes Jane 15 minutes to put on makeup. Okay, so this one's mostly correct, right? There's no period. We could give her like a 99%. Just please put a period and capitalize in Jane. Like that. And then it's gonna do that. You can grade. There's a tutorial too. You can even actually record your voice. It actually makes it easier sometimes to grade it like that. That's if you want to grade it. And again, sometimes I don't like these open ones because we don't have time to grade them, in which case you can either take them out or just not grade those. Okay, let's check the tasks actually, because there are different tasks. Some of them are a little more close-ended. Let's check the task. Let's go to Halloween. Let's view the lesson and let's look at the tasks. Okay, and actually sometimes what I do is I project these and actually go over it as a class, so I don't necessarily have the students do this on their own. They do. I'm finished. Next task. They match. So for example, a person who studies and experiments with the science of magic. Wizard. So the spirit of a dead person. Ghost. A scary imaginary creature, a monster. An outfit that makes you look like a character, costume. To put on a costume is to dress up. I'm finished. And then it tells you how many correct. They can review their answers, or they can try again if they're not all correct. So I like how these assignments are actually pretty simple for the students to understand. Let's change the task. They have listen and type. This is a really good one actually, because they have to listen and they have to type in the correct words with the correct spelling. It's pretty good. What I do with this one is I actually go over it together as a class before I assign this, and then that way students are more prepared. But again, you already know how to teach. You know what to do with your class. So that is my basic overview of Ellii. If you have any additional questions, just let me know. I'm always here to help. You already know. Okay. Hope you have a great time. Hopefully you have a great week and that you're doing well with your class. Okay. And then again, I'm always here to help. Alright. Okay. Bye.